Well, thanks for visiting us this morning at ktalnews.com and your Weather Authority app. I'm meteorologist Josh Marces, and this is your Monday morning Labor Day forecast update. We do have some scattered storms in the forecast again today. That is going to keep the heat in check again, as the storms really on and off through Wednesday may have a little bit of a drying trend upcoming later this week, but the storms likely back with us as we go into next weekend. And because of the coverage of the scattered storms this week, our temperature is likely at or a few degrees below average throughout the week. Now that we're in early September, typical highs about 92, so we should fall below that, I would say, for much of the week here. Feels great this morning if you've been able to get up early the past few days. You know, there has been some cool air in the morning, so we're starting out in the 60s as well as the low 70s, and the very nice mornings are going to continue throughout the week here. Your high temperatures today before the rain sets in, likely in the upper 80s as well as the low 90s. If you do have some outdoor plans here for your Labor Day, we are expecting some storms will fire back up probably late morning and afternoon, but there is some rain ongoing this morning, especially right along I-30. So if your Labor Day plans take you out to some of the lakes and rivers, likely some lightning this morning, maybe close to Lake Wright-Patman, maybe up towards Broken Bow Lake, and can't rule out maybe a few storms even over towards Millwood Lake early this morning. But generally today, storms will start to push to the south. We've got this area of low pressure, and it's kind of dragging like a train car, just this front that's behind it. So again, as that front gets dragged across the Arklatex today, especially with that warm and humid air, that's what's going to trigger some of the storms later this afternoon. So Futurecast has a really good handle on where the rain is this morning. It's basically popping up close to Texarkana, so it is showing some of that rain that's out there early today. You'll notice this afternoon storms firing up very close to Shreveport, so basically this area of low pressure. Out ahead of that low, that's where the things will be the most warm and humid, and of course where we do have that warm and humid air, that's likely where we'll see most of the storms this afternoon. Again, no severe weather threat today, but if you are out on the lakes and rivers, there will be some lightning on and off throughout the day. So if you download our Weather Authority app, you can just search KTAL, whether that's in your Google store or if that's in your Apple store, and you can download the app there. If you get a storm that pops up within 10 to 15 miles of you, it will give you some storm alerts, let you know that there's lightning with the storms. Very handy, especially if you're out on the lakes and rivers today, and you can see the rain kind of going away tonight, but we expect a pretty decent scattering of storms for your Tuesday as well. And as long as we can keep this rain turned up, should have temperatures coming in maybe a little bit below average. Now, as far as the excessive rainfall outlook today, if you get one of these storms, drops 2 to 3 inches of rain, again, potentially could see some localized flash flooding. It should not be a big issue for us today. And a look at the rainfall potential, we're showing maybe half an inch of rain with some of the storms today. But as we continue through the week, again, just kind of slow and steady with the rainfall this week. We should see a lot of locations pick up maybe between a half an inch and an inch and a half of rain. So it doesn't look like we'll see any particularly heavy rain fall this week, but it is something we'll have to watch. Again, the isolated or rogue storm could trigger some flash flooding if it's placed at just the right spot. But again, hopefully today we don't see any of that. But your temperatures here, 80s and low 90s throughout the week. Should see the rain dry up a bit maybe late this week, but it should be back with us through the weekend. Looks like weekend highs once again mid 80s, and the overnight lows in the 60s and low 70s should be very comfortable throughout the week.